Welcome to another episode of FML, and today we are working on the Mercedes station wagon. I finally got a bumper in. It was worth the trip. It took me a whole day to go get it, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So now for the fun part, I gotta remember how to put all this stuff back together. Luckily I made a video and I'm probably gonna have to rewatch it, and so should you, so check out the link below. As for the SVX, a little update while we have it sitting outside. I can't move it with my 20-inch wheels on it, so I put the factory wheels on it, and I gotta say, she's beautiful. Not really, she's pretty rough. Also, another reminder, I have a Facebook group where I would love to see your financial mistakes, whether that be cars, trucks, boats, planes, tanks, but post them up. I would love to see it. So here is the new bumper. She's a little dirty, but don't worry about that. It's actually in the same brilliant silver that the car is finished in, so that's awesome. Here are the two fenders. You guys, paint job was I'll explain more on the fenders later. I am going to sweep up, and then we are going to get this car over here, or at least right here, so I can, all the nuts and bolts are right there. We'll start getting this front end put together. I grabbed one set of wheels off of one Mercedes, and then I grabbed the Lorenzas. I grabbed those off of the E500 wagon. So I'm gonna try and see what those look like. I'm not really happy with the fitment of the 18s. I like these 17s, but they need new tires. This is never a dull moment. Let's get to work. Bumper on, we have our headlights on, and we have our fenders on. And I wanted to come back to the fenders because while they look pretty close and someone did a premium job on these, I used a can of spray paint to paint these to somewhat match. Actually, from a can from the store that I thought would be the closest shade, it actually isn't that bad of a match. But that's not going to stay. It kind of drives me crazy. I had to do thin coats. Regardless, we are waiting for it to get painted. But I wanted to test fit, and I was pretty confident on this fender was going to be good because this is an OEM fender. I'm happy with how the gaps turned out and everything. We're good there. The one I'm concerned about is this fender, because this one is an aftermarket fender, and it's just a thinner metal. I got scratched up on the truck, ignore that. I'm not happy with the fitment right here. I'm assuming once I bolt it in, there's one more bolt there that I'm not gonna mess with. That'll come out a little bit better, but I'm not happy with the gap there. The biggest thing is when I went to go put this piece in, see if it shows up on camera. There is a little piece of metal there that they just didn't trim or just formed wrong. It's a crappy fender. I'm gonna get another one. I'm not happy with that. You know, the OEM one is perfect, as it should be, but I'm gonna look for another fender. I am not happy with that. I thought I had my fog lights. That one's missing. Now that I'm looking at this one, I think I bend our bracket down a little bit, and that'll help there. What else am I missing? Oh, the wires are broken for this fog light, so I gotta get a harness and splice that in. Yeah, here's the one I took care of, like actually trying to do a decent job of painting. Mind you, this was outside in like 87-degree weather, but for a can from the hardware store, I'm actually pretty impressed on how close of a match that is, because I had my doubts. So I'm going to finish up with these headlight pieces, and you'll see me back at that point. Should we do the snap thing where, like, here we go, and now it's done? Yeah, we're back. Everything's put together. I totally forgot that there is a dent in this hood. I don't know if I can get that from a dentless repair guy removed, but I really don't want to replace the hood. But I kind of adjusted the fenders a little bit, so our gaps are better. Same with this side. This side's a little bit better. Could come out a little bit right there. I did end up putting the bolting because it was kind of flopping around, but yeah, it just makes this gap much worse. I don't like this fender. We're gonna get another one. Also in the parts list, I don't have a parking light, and then we need the fog light. I am pretty happy with this. It's nice to see this car go from this to this. Even with the really crappy fenders paint on it, it's still better than what it was. So on that note, first of all, tell me, do you like it with these 17-inch monoblocks? Let's go on this side, get a better view. 17-inch monoblocks. Now I'm gonna go put on the 19-inch Lorenzers. So we have our 19-inch wheel on. I'm not really sure why I have this problem, particularly with Mercedes. I have like 10 different lug bolt sizes, and you know, this one's all the way in. So they need to be shorter. I'm gonna test fit the front one, see how clearance wise. This one clears everything, you know. I don't know if it's gonna hit, but the rear is adjustable. I just gotta go and move my leveling bracket, and that'll raise and lower the rear end. So we can get that tucked in pretty close, but the front, different story. So let me take this off and put a different wheel back on. All right, I am back. I went to my house. I had shorter wheel studs that I was going to try out, and then I remembered I have hub-centric wheel spacers for Mercedes. I actually bought these for when I was going to do these on the CLK 55. So I didn't end up using them before I sold the car, so something like that. There we go. Now it makes the original studs on here like perfect. So I got the front one on. I'm going to do the back one, and I'm going to do the rest of them, and then I'll give you an update. Together. We had some issues with the rear wheels, but we're good to go. I think fitment is on point. I'm not really sure on these style of wheels being on this car. They don't look horrible, but they're not monoblocks. So maybe we'll change them up later on. Definitely need to get these fenders painted. That's really bothering me. I mean, they're better than black and tan or wherever they used to be, but you know, now I can actually get this car on the road and drive it for a little bit. We got to get a couple more pieces from the junkyard, but you know, they're no big deal. I still need the under tray for the bumper, but I think that's it. So on that note, thank you for watching. Remember to keep making financial mistakes.